Hi everyone, it's Water here. Just a bit of a disclaimer. This video will not be scripted. My last update video or serious discussion video uh, was scripted, but this one will not, and it's for an actual reason. Um, I wanted to more make this video kind of a bit of a telling you guys a bit more about my life. Kind of elaborating further on an unlisted video that I made. And also, as a bit of an update one, this was something that I was going to originally do on New Year's, like before New Year's, but I didn't think about it. And I kind of like, I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. Now I think it's probably a good time to do it, as this year has been very interesting for it just starting off at the time of this recording. It is currently the 10th of this year. So, yeah. I don't really know where this will be. If this is on YouTube, hi. I don't know if this will be on YouTube or maybe on Twitter or something, but this is one of those update videos slash elaborating further on a point that I made about a couple years ago. So, yeah. Um, let's start with my updates on my life. Well, I'm gonna be very honest. 2024 sucked. It was fucking horrible. It was probably so far the worst year that I've been through, like ever. Because all the other years they were pretty terrible. You know, like from 2020, they were pretty terrible in their own ways, but not as bad as 2024. It was really bad. It was horrible in my mental health. I was basically jobless from the beginning of that year all the way up until October. And I remembered in my New Year's video going into 2023, I said that I had a job. I worked at a local grocery store in the deli section and a cashier at that store too. And I worked there for over a year. I left there at the end of 2023 because I found a job that was paying a bit more. And, well, it only lasted about a month because I didn't make their quota for how many times or how long I work each week or whatever. So they fired me. Um, and I'm going to be honest as well. It was probably also because of me being a bit late as well. I've had an issue with that in the past. And even now, I still somewhat have instances where I'm late, but it's improved a bit, and I'll touch more on that in just a moment. Um, but throughout the year, it was horrible. I was trying to get jobs left and right, and I never got them. I either wasn't qualified, I wasn't a good candidate, or they just never got back to me. And it was horrible. Luckily now, like I mentioned before, in October I was able to get a job. I currently, right now, I'm still working at my new job. It's a restaurant one. I wasn't expecting to go back to restaurant. But I work with one of my school friends. Maybe in the future you guys may see him, maybe not. I don't know, but um, but he was able to get me into this job, and I work in dishwashing for it, and I actually get paid more than what I was making at the grocery store. Is it still a lot? No, it's on the screen is how much I make at the current job. It's still not great, but also the other job was minimum wage. I was making minimum wage pay. So yeah. Um, but honestly, that was probably the only real good thing that I had throughout that year. I mean, I got to hang out with my friends a little bit more. I was able to do, like some hanging out, chatting around with them. I went to go and shoot guns at a gun range. Um, and those were really good moments. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna go and ignore all the great moments that I had that year. I had a lot of good moments. Especially with my family, I had some good moments. But there was also a lot of negatives in there too. Like I mentioned, the lack of employment actually made me slowly go insane. I never really mentioned that to, or I no, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did mention that to my friends and my family that it was making me go insane, and I couldn't do anything about it. Um, I will say there was probably one really decent moment out of the whole year. Apart from, like all the other stuff that I've done, there was one good thing that I felt was it was worth it. I was able to release a video that was talking about the beauty of calm gaming. And at the moment of recording this, it has somewhere around 575 or 575 views or something like that. And I mean, that's not a lot. That's, compared to my sub count, but I'm going to be very honest. I don't give a fuck about my sub count. I don't care about views. I'm happy though, because I was able to make a video that I actually enjoyed, and um, and it felt worth it. I'm gonna just touch bases right here, and you guys are gonna hear this. I fucking hate making funny moments videos, and that's also what I wanted to mention. Moving forward, um, I don't want to, like, I'm not gonna plan on continuing with funny moments videos. So don't expect any more funny moments videos from me probably for a long time. Maybe, it might be a rare occurrence, but I mainly want to focus more on these long form videos where I actually have to write down a script because it's fun for me. It's really fun. Um, I have currently have some scripts written down for different types of games that I want to talk about, different topics, a lot of stuff. You will expect, like, this isn't you might, no, you will expect more, like, you will see more of what I've made from the Beauty of Calm Gaming video. You will see more of that. You will see stuff similar, like video analysis and whatnot. It's just more, they're going to take a while because I actually have to figure out what topics to talk about that haven't already been discussed before. And, that's probably, unfortunately, what happened in the Calm Gaming one. I probably talked about something that was already mentioned, before. Excuse me. But honestly, I've had fun with it. And I want to continue on with the SOMA videos too, and I will. It's just I want to kind of prioritize getting these ones done first. But do expect more of the SOMA videos. They are very fun, and I'm also noticing I'm getting closer and closer to the end, and I already have some ideas. But you'll see. You'll see. Maybe if I pull through with those ideas, you might actually see them in the videos, in the future ones. But yeah. But I also want to, for content wise, I also want to try to learn more about animating, doing more 3D animations like I was doing before and working more with SFM and probably trying to work more with Blender. There are a few projects that I want to try to introduce 3D animation to, either by myself or maybe if I have enough money, commission someone else to help me or have someone else help me, either way. But that'll be, a future thing. I'm not going to do that like right away. So for the next item that I want to talk about is for my other channel. My main channel will be basically gaming analysis stuff and maybe update videos and stuff. As for my second channel, what exactly is it going to be? I've actually wanted to. I don't know. I might turn it into kind of a extra like behind the scenes stuff, and maybe some like some documentary stuff. I have some scripts typed down that I want to talk about that are involving real life things. So I don't know. Maybe you guys might see stuff that's real life content there. Um, not like gaming content, but more of like, in person, like personal historical stuff. Uh, as for the bonfire one, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I really didn't plan on what I was gonna do with the podcast. Uh, I don't know if it's gonna be something that's gonna be, just I'm never gonna continue on forever. But I didn't really plan on putting a lot of effort into it anyways. But I will say I might come back to it. I might. But if anything, I might use it as a way to, like, if I want to interview people, you guys can see how those interviews went, like the full interview. Um, so I might do something like that, and then those will be, those audio clips will be used inside of one of my videos. If, I'm talking about someone or if I'm talking about something and, I get I ask that question to them, I could have that played onto the thing. Obviously with their permission. But I don't know. We'll have to see on that one. Um, and as for my, uh, as for like live content stuff, I don't know. I might go back to doing live streaming stuff, maybe, but I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't fun setting up, and it felt boring to me. It was very boring because I was just trying to be entertaining while also noticing that like it's really hard to stay entertaining. It's not as easy as it is, like just streaming on Discord with your friends. No, you're streaming in front of, probably a empty room, or maybe a few people come into the room, but then they'll just start leaving if, you don't keep their attention. So it's like, it's just kind of like, at the end of the day, it was just not worth it. It was not worth my time. So I don't know. Maybe I might not. Who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much it for that portion. I've been wanting to do a lot of new things, and so far I've been doing a lot of new things, but I think I figured out what exactly this year is, and also why exactly I haven't uploaded this on New Year's. I felt like I actually needed time to get adjusted into the new year, or at least understand what's going to happen, what might happen. So one thing's for certain, I'm going to be spending this year trying to work on my mental health. Uh, I the past couple days, I took a second to really think, and I was like, I don't, like even right now as we speak, I really don't know what to say. Um, and to kind of elaborate further on my video that I made on my second channel, the unlisted one, um, which you guys can still see anytime. But I wanted to elaborate further on that. And the problem with me having anxiety is, well, it happens randomly. Uh, I think it more happens when I'm left alone with my thoughts and I try to think. Um, these past couple of days have actually really showed me that and made me realize that, holy shit, I'm very nervous. Like, I feel like that this mask that I had on my face, where I tried to act all calm and stuff, I think it's slipping away. And I'm fine with it. I'm honestly okay with it. I want it to go away because I want to tell people how I truly feel. This is a way that I'm going to be able to tell you guys how I truly feel. I'm always nervous, even when making the videos that you guys have seen, like where I'm, talking with people. You may have noticed it. I'm a very nervous person. I don't know how to speak to people, and that is something that I probably won't be able to change. Anxiety is a bitch to me, and I don't like it. Um, Pretty much for me, I have issues where it'll cause me to sometimes ramble, as you guys may already know. Um, and I will also tend to bounce my leg. I don't know if you guys can hear the slight vibrations in my voice, but I am bouncing my legs right now because I'm trying to calm myself down. Basically, it just anxiety for me is like where everything is moving too quickly, or it feels like it is, and my brain's trying to catch up with it, and it's causing me to freak out a little bit. The unfortunate thing is the aftermath is where I'll get really tired and I'll just want to go to bed because it literally wastes a lot of my energy. So, yeah, I honestly think that one of my biggest goals is throughout this year, I'm going to try to find a way to take care of my mental health. Probably by doing things like differently than last year. I might and I might, this is a big might, try to get myself into therapy. I promised my grandma that I will try to get into therapy, to try to settle these thoughts down and try to get myself to calm down more, and just overall to not be nervous. But I think I'm doing a bit of the gaining confidence thing on my own for right now. But I'll definitely get into try to get into therapy and seek professional help, so that way, just in case, it's better safe than sorry. Now, as for school, I don't know. I really don't know. I mentioned this before, but I don't really know if I'm going to continue on with school. This might be something where, I'm just going to give up and just drop out, or I'll continue on. I really don't know what exactly I'm going to do for school. Again, this is where I had a lot of thoughts in my mind, even throughout this, the beginning of this year. I've had a lot of thoughts in my mind where I'm trying to figure out more about myself, trying to find out about my future, about what I'm doing now, and really who I am. I really don't, I found out I don't know a lot about myself, and I want to spend this year trying to, I guess, step back and try to figure out more about myself, about my life. And I guess we'll see how it is. I do have some plans on doing outdoor activities, hopefully throughout this year. So I might post that online or whatever, but I mainly want to try to I want to try to do stuff where I can kind of take a break, a mental break. Um, so yeah. Again, just to recap everything, uh, I'm in a new job. Uh, I'm gonna spend this time thinking or trying to take care of myself. Um, I will be working on newer kinds of videos, not the ones that you guys have seen, throughout the past few years from me. More longer form or, actual script based content. That is like narration stuff. Um, and yeah, and I also want to try to work on more vocal work stuff. So if you guys want to go and check that out, I'll leave links to stuff. My link to my card is in the description. You can always find it, or it's on the screen. So whichever one. Uh, but yeah, honestly, thank you guys a lot for. Thank you guys a lot for watching this or listening to this. Taking your time to hear me ramble on or whatever. I don't even know if editor me's gonna go and cut all of this stuff, or like make jump cuts or whatever, so that way you're not hearing me ramble on for so long. But I don't care, honestly. I don't really care. Last year was shit. It was pretty shit for me for some parts. I really don't care who sits through this and who doesn't. I don't care, honestly. I just hope that you guys can at least find something in here that you can relate to, or take a listen to it and be like, maybe he's having a harder time than I am or something, and he just doesn't want to say anymore. And honestly, I really don't. I don't want to say anymore about my situations, at least yet. But yeah. I do want to give a personal thank you to a lot of my friends, though. School friends and online friends, and as well my family members. I really want to thank you guys a lot. I don't know if you guys will be watching this. If you guys are, thanks. I really don't know how much, I don't know how to put it, but you guys helped me a lot. Whether if it was my school friends taking me out to go and shoot guns, or like at a gun range safely, by the way, or if it was me just talking with my family members, learning more advice, or just hanging out with my siblings. Despite how upset I can be and all of that, even with my online friends, wanting to spend time with me and whatnot, even if I get upset, I'm still very thankful, because it was a horrible time. And to imagine me dealing with all of that by myself, it would have been really horrible. I'm going to be very honest. I don't know how it would have gone, but I don't think it would have been good. But I'm happy that I had people around me. And I really do feel bad for people who don't have that luxury, or don't have anyone to talk with about anything. I really don't know what to say, other than I'm deeply, I wish you the best. I didn't have a great time either, but you probably had worse than me. But I mean, at the end of the day, we made it through it. And hopefully this year will be better. Maybe it might not. Maybe it might. I mean, it's gone to an interesting start for me. So, yeah. But I will say that everything will hopefully get better. It's just, you gotta kind of put one foot in front of the other, I didn't do this the last video, but I got some recommendations for you guys if you guys want. For music, I would recommend um, listening to songs like if you're a huge fan of like I think it's like indie rock or alt rock, something like that. I don't know what type of fucking genres there are, but I'd recommend listening to Good Kid. I've been listening to Good Kid and some video game soundtracks, preferably the ones that you may have seen that are like silly playlists for smooth-brained individuals or some shit like that. There's a lot of them on YouTube. Uh, I'd recommend listening to that stuff. It's really nice. I've also even like at this particular moment, I've been listening to a original soundtrack from Omori, the video game, and yeah, uh, so I'd recommend those types of songs if you guys want. Maybe there's other songs that you guys can listen to, but those are the ones that I would recommend. As for what type of games I would recommend, I would say, I don't know. If you want something that's more of like relaxing, try playing like I don't know. Play Proteus. I made a video on that before with the Beauty of Calm Gaming one, but really play it. It's a good game, and it's one that you can kind of relax and turn off your mind to. I'd also recommend playing like Amori. I mentioned that just a moment ago, but yes, definitely play it. I'm currently playing through, like, still going through it, um, but I would really recommend it. It's such a fascinating game, and it tackles on a very, very big topic. Quite a few topics. It's probably one of the few games that actually kind of makes me a little uneasy. Soma's up there, but this is probably getting close to it too. And as well, Firewatch. That's another game that I would recommend too. If you want like kind of something where, you know, it's both visually appealing and also kind of pulls your heartstrings a little bit. I like it, and I really recommend it for you guys. But yeah, I mean, there's probably other games that I would recommend too, but honestly, those are a few of the games that I actually have been playing recently, and well, uh, at least one of them I played recently, and honestly, it's nice. I like it. So yeah. I got nothing else to say. Thank you for listening to my long ass rambling. I'm looking over and it is fucking long. Uh, so have a good one, guys. Remember, more content will be hopefully coming soon. I'm gonna be focusing more on myself. I got nothing else to say other than try to take care of yourselves. You know, this year might be shit for you, might not. Who knows? But one thing is, you got to keep your foot up. You know, keep your head up and your foot like 1 foot in front of the other. You know, just keep moving. It'll get better. Trust me. I thought it was pretty shit, and then it's getting a little bit better. So, yeah. Honestly, I can't wait until fucking summer, though. I'm just gonna be very honest. I can't wait until fucking summer. I want to go kayaking, man. That shit sucks. But oh well, we'll wait for it. But anyways, have a good one, guys. Take care and stay hydrated. Yeah. Man, it's been a fucking long time since I've said that. Take care, guys. See ya.